yourself and why you have chosen your particular area of study.
My name is Danny. Currently, I'm the graduate student in Master of Applied Finance of the University of Longgang. After I graduated from the college, I had an internship in an insurance company for like 3 months. And during that internship, I was in charge the data correlation, statistics, and processing, and prepare cash flow statement, assist in preparing monthly report analysis and monthly budget report, and assist the staffs in the work of other arrangements. For example, in the face of like important investors, I can evaluate the insurance through like briefly introduce the company's insurance business, the credit situations, and the development prospect to investors. During the period, I will briefly evaluate the company's solvency and cash flow through the analysis of the company's financial statements. I find that I have good communication skills and I am good at teamwork. After active completing my assigned work, I also help my colleagues to complete some projects and reports within the 3 months of the internship. I also got lots of part-time jobs such as the receptions and sales, which helps me got lots of transferable skills such as the interpersonal skills, the leadership skills, the creative thinking skills, and decision-making skills. And for why I chosen study finance, I think simply because I knew the importance of the money too soon. And the money is very important for us that give us our ability to control ourselves, I think. Well, I know finance is not the only one area can provide us with this importance, but it is a major barrier of this importance. When we work in the financial area, we can have an incredible powerful like sense of the self-control. On the other hand, I am also good at the calculating, good at the figures and the graphs. And I think the scrolling through numbers is interesting for me, especially if I can documentally analyze the cause of the change and predict how things will change. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. This position requires you to work in teams where members have different backgrounds and levels of experience. Can you describe a time where you have worked effectively in a diverse team to achieve a desired outcome?
Yes, when I did the group assignment of the integrated business capstone, the tutor divided us into the groups within the four peoples and based on the different majors and different countries. Well, it is a challenge for me because this is a 7 weeks collaboration and the teamwork is really important for us. The two problems we faced, one is how to divide the project. Because first I told them the project needs the four parts which contain the data analysis, the chat introduction, the test description, and the presentation. They can choose what they want and what they're good at. Even I studied finance, but I still want to do the writing part because I'm good at writing. And when I face a problem, the local person can also help me to fix the content and the formatting. And I can help others to calculate figures too. So I learned it is not matter what we studied, but it is important that we can select which areas we want to choose. And it is better to us to have the good outcomes. And secondly, each of us has a different understanding of the subjects, but how to integrate them is another challenge. Yeah, one of the team members has a long time working background, so he has a very different opinion than us, and he insists on adopting his viewpoint. But other team members hard to understand his point of views, so I tried to tell him I agree and understand his point. I told him his idea is really good. I also very help use his point of views. However, because other members don't have similar background, so it's hard to adopt it, because it will be difficult for them to learn and understand his point, and it will directly affect our scores. So I know it's easier for him to accept others' ideas, and it's more conducive to our goals. So at last, he accepted my suggestions and finally made excellent analysis and summary. We got a really high mark of the assignment. From this assignment, I learned when different people work together, the key issue is to find the same goal. I can use my coordination and communication skills to let group members making greatest impact in the best field to achieve the success.
Okay. Can you describe a time when you took initiative to improve a process or service?
Yes, it was the 2012 when I was the reception in McDonald's, and the managers gave us a number of the average value of each menu, which need us to sell more snacks than the package. However, I found some of my colleagues not want to recommend the actual snacks to guests. I found that most of them will feel embarrassed to sell to the guest due to they are afraid the customer anticipates it. At this point, I sought a way to change their idea. I think we are doing the recommendations rather than the sales. So every day I select 5 tables guests who listen our recommendations and who accept the additional purchase. I ask them to tell us their feedback and give them a free cone. The guests I select are most students or like children with a mother, because I know they will give me the answer that I will want heard. As expected, they often say, "Thank you for your recommendations. Thank you for your recommendations, and it's very delicious." And all, we are very happy. Like this response. I think this positive feedback lets my colleagues realize that their recommendations is actually important to the guests. So on the other hand, it also improves their self-confidence. They began to willing to recommend products to the guest, and they become very happy to sell. So end of that month, we received additional bonus from the manager, and the whole stores have formed a positive health sales atmosphere. So I learned I'm a person who is particularly outgoing and motivated, and who is good at improve a process or service. I learned I had skills that allow me to motivating a team to achieve objectives.
Alright. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I have lots of questions. And first I want to ask is, what change did the company expect from me?